Afternoon baseball here on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. The Phils will try to complete the series sweep on the road against their division rivals right after this. Jacob deGrom starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
This will be interesting. This guy won the NL Cy Young Award last year. He's a solid pitcher, man. One of the things he does, he throws the ball into the strike zone, and he's not afraid of contact. Solid pitcher.
Now to the plate, Jean Segura, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The third baseman, Jean Segura.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike one. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, been a middling start to the season as they come in 2-3 over their first 5.
Hey, this is the big one here, Matty. You know what, D-Roll? They're about to head on a 9-game roadie. One thing they'd like to do, get on that plane feeling good about themselves and salvage their last game of this series.
Yeah, Dan, they need to find a way to win this one today. Get on the flight. Makes everybody's dinner taste better. 9-game road trip coming up. A lot of packing involved, a lot of grinding on the road. They need to find a way to win this last one at home.
Segura behind on a 1-2 count. Slider, strike 3 called as the leadoff man is set down looking to open up the ball game.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Here's the first pitch to him. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit back toward the mound. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Now a throw over, and he'll get back in safely. From the stretch, and a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, behind the dish, D-Roll, Larry Bullard. Pretty standard guy, works it. The only problem I think at times hitters have a little bit difficult time. He'll give a little bit on an inside corner and outside corner. Not very consistent.
Yeah, but Larry's approachable. That's the one thing. If you turn around and say, is that as far as you're going on the outer half, he's usually going to tell you.
Throw over to the bag. Quinn leads off first with 1 away. He's running. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. It's right on time for Ramos to be credited with a caught stealing.
Well, so much for that first hit of the game. Tried to press their luck and move him up to second with a steal, but it didn't work out.
Hit sharply on the ground, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
1-0 the count. From the belt, the pitch.
Ball 2. 2-0.
2 out with the man at first. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. Here's a look over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And another throw over, and a dive, but he's back in. 2-out base runner aboard in the top of the first. There goes the runner. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. From the stretch.
You got a full count.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Now the payoff pitch home is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. 1 left for Philadelphia. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Zach Wheeler gets the starting assignment for the Phillies. Dan, any thoughts?
Zach Wheeler's a quality pitcher. 3-pitch mix guy. Fastball 93 to 96. Good hard slider and a straight changeup. If he brings all 3 of them with him to the ballpark, it's going to be a long night for the hitters.
Into the box now, Ahmed Rosario. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Ahmed Rosario.
No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-1. Wheeler has pitched north of 700 innings in the majors, and he's worked to exactly a 1.30 whip over those innings, so he's right around the major league average in that regard. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Robinson Cano the next to dig in. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Dan, D-Row, these Phillies as they begin play here today, it's been, all things considered, a pretty good start to the campaign as they have 4 wins from their first 6 tries.
Hey, not an easy thing to do, D-Row, to get a sweep, a 3-game sweep on the road. They've won the first 2, looking to put a bow on this one here.
Yeah, to win 3 on the road, Dan, significantly difficult in today's game. You try and take care of business at home, this would be huge for this team.
That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. And it's fouled away.
Back-to-back strikeouts in the first right here. Pitcher is setting the tone, pounding the zone.
The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Line, but speared on a hop. Throw to first, and Cano's a ground out victim. 2 gone.
Batting third, the third baseman, number 6.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. Wheeler gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Everything this guy throws is hard. That changeup he throws is in the high 80s to go along with that good heater.
Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. We are still scoreless. Digging in now, JT Realmuto. In previous duels with DeGrom, he's gone 2 for 8. First pitch on its way. In there, no balls and a strike. Well, today's game provides the visiting squad with a chance to complete the series sweep, guys.
Sure does, and it's always difficult to sweep and win a series on the road, especially when you're playing a division opponent.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And it certainly helps when you're throwing your ace on the mound in the series finale. Can't ask for much more than that.
One of the keys when you show up to the ballpark and you're going for a sweep, you look at that lineup card, you see your ace pitcher is on the mound. You have to feel awfully good about your chances to complete the sweep.
3-1 to him now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. In there for a called strike. 3-2 now.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Well, when you go with a slider there on a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
Now batting, Neil Walker. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Down the third baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Realmuto on at first, nobody out. Swing and a miss as Walker's in a hole here. No balls and 2 strikes.
Surprised the pitcher would even go to the top of the zone looking for a double play in this situation.
Hot shot on the ground is short. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Now this rolls all the way to the wall. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, this is a lesson for all those pitchers out there. When you allow the leadoff man on base, it always comes back to haunt you. With no outs, I thought they might hold the runner at third, but they send him anyway, and the run scores.
Here's Jay Bruce now, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Now the 1-0. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first down.
Batting in. The shortstop, Phil.
Settling in now, Phil Gosselin, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's set and the pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Cespedes going back, and this will get to the wall now out beyond the 385 sign. In quickly with it is Cespedes, and that'll force the runner to hold on at third base.
Hey guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
At the plate, Zach Wheeler, as he'll run up to bunt here, but misses for strike 1. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Tries to drop one down here, but he misses. Strike two. Phillies have an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
You find yourself down 0-2 in these situations. It's tough to check your swing right there. That was a nice job.
The 1-2. Cue shot here out towards short. Only play is going to be to first, so score it as an RBI ground out as the lead moves to 2-0 now.
Probably wanted more out of that at bat with runners in scoring position, but at least he does the job and brings one home. Maybe the next guy can pick up the runner at third now.
At the plate, Gene Segura. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and a borderline call, Matty. I don't know. I got to feel like he's got to build a rapport with this umpire, this AB. See how far he'll go in or out. He can't allow himself to go down looking again.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
To the plate now, Roman Quinn. Line toward right center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Coming to the plate now, Bryce Harper, a base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield would be a big one right here. Don't try and do too much. You know there's a potential base open right there. Maybe sit off speed.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Off the plate ball.
And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
Count even now at 1-1. One and one, the pitch. And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits here. No errors, and 2 men left on base. On now to the bottom of the second. Philadelphia is on top, 3-0. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Count 1-0.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
The 1-0.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at bat, starting right now.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1. Michael Conforto is on deck. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Stepping in now, Michael Conforto. As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. His career line against Wheeler, he has 7 hits in 26 at-bats. And of those hits, 3 of them were of the home run variety. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Conforto is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead pull guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his bat path.
Taking all the way, it's 3-1 now. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Hey, I admit I'm a little biased. There's nothing better than that pop of a glove on a good fastball. Looking forward to hearing a lot more of that pop the rest of this one.
Fastball too high, ball 4. Stepping into the box, J.D. Davis. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Has a look, now the pitch. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2. Smoke toward the hole. And that'll go as the Mets' first hit of the ball game. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Conforto over at second. Davis at first, 1 gone. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Wheeler pauses. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hey, I love the aggressive nature this guy's pitching with. He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball. Really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone.
And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Yeah, there's no question that this one got away from him. He was cruising, had him down 0-2 with 2 outs, and he's going to be pretty unhappy with that. You never want to give an offense new life in an inning.
So the bases are loaded here, 2 men gone, and that'll bring up the converted shortstop from his days at Stetson University, Jacob deGrom. 2 out, bases loaded. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Bruce has a read on it. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. Mets leave them loaded. They trail it here 3-0. Into the box now, Rhys Hoskins looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard on the ground to second. A dive, and he knocks it down. And a good try to recover that time, but he'll beat it out as he's aboard to kick off the inning.
Now batter, the catcher, JT Realmuto.
Into the box, JT Realmuto, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
Popped up. Alonso is there. He's got it 1 away.
Now batter, second baseman, Neil Walker.
Here's Neil Walker. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Hoskins, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Next pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Basic pitching right there. 0-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now time to go to that curveball down and away.
Pitch in the dirt, and that gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt, that's the danger. You have to trust your catcher, but this one skips away, and the open base takes the double opportunity away with it. Might prove to be costly.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. He'll try it again, 3-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck getting that one.
Into the box now, Jay Bruce, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 2 out here and a runner at second. And Bruce can't come up with that one as he swings through it for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to attack on any more runs. Let's see if he attacks his zone or buries something in the dirt.
Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Fouled away. The 1-2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Ramos gathers it, and that ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He went down swinging to start the home first. Here's the pitch.
Rosario.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Oh, I love facing pitchers like this. He's leaving nothing to the imagination. Coming to get him some.
Liner towards second. And a base hit. So early trouble to lead off the inning.
Matty, that's a surprising pitch right there. I don't understand after blowing the fastball by him, he would speed his bat up with off speed.
Yeah, redemption after being late, right on time with the off-speed pitch next. But the runner's back easily. Another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. So Robinson Cano will grab a bat next. Pitch outside, the throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
We all know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak, so when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents. Stolen bases are a good way of doing that, so we'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for him right now.
One-0 count. Here it is. Cano is in Don't You Know, part of his New York nickname days. This is the first year of his new 4-year contract. Hit sharply on the ground. Hoskins has it. Only play will be to the pitcher covering, and the runner will advance to third now.
Now batting, number 6.
Next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, and I know you want to lace a line drive or hit a potential home run, but I'll tell you what, grab the cheap ribby when it's there. Give me a ground ball middle of the diamond and steal a run.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Weak grounder down the line at third. Grounded slowly to the left side. Fielded cleanly. Throw won't get him.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. 2-strike RBI base hit. The ball wasn't hit very hard, D-Row, but from a hitter's perspective, you'll take it any way you can get it.
Yeah, in today's day and age where everyone's looking to go deep and can go deep, not many guys have a legitimate 2-strike approach. This is one of those players, and that's exactly what he did. Shortened his stroke a little bit, didn't try and do too much, and came through for the team.
Behind 0-2 now. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
In now, Michael Conforto. And he puts it on the ground to second. Taken by Walker. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He told me it feels like every ball they've put in play has been a laser. And the numbers back that up. 6 of their hits have come off the bat at 90 miles an hour or harder, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. Ready for another chance? Phil Gosselin. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike 1.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
Hey, after the double at his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
It's funny, that pitch, I can picture being in the box. That pitch looks so good to hit, and why does no one ever get to it? A good executed high fastball usually blows 9 out of 10 guys away.
Now the 3-2 pitch is at the knees and called strike 3. Digging in, Zach Wheeler. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Swing and a ground ball to third. And there are 2 away now.
The third baseman, number 2, Segura.
2 are gone in the Philly 4th, and that'll bring in Gene Segura. Here comes the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible. And if 2-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
Standing in now, Roman Quinn. Popped him up. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Phillies strand 1, and it's still 3-1. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Thank you, Heidi. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, center fielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
Stepping up now, Yoenis Cespedes. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Hey, I don't care what league you're in, American, National, if you're playing on Mars. If you get a heater down the middle of the plate as an 8-hole hitter, you better be swinging the bat.
And he takes strike 2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
High and deep down the left field line. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. They still trail it here 3-1. Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper. 1 for 2. He singled and struck out in 2 trips.
Bryce Harper.
First pitch of the at-bat. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Cespedes is there to put this one away, and perhaps an over-anxious Harper is set down on the first pitch he sees.
The first baseman, number 17.
Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. First offering on its way. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. Grounded back up the middle. Rosario's got it. And that's the second out.
The batter, the catcher, JT Realmuto.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that brings up JT Realmuto. First pitch on its way. A ball and no strikes.
Ball 1, no strikes.
That evens it up 1-1. 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
When you play with fire, you have to expect to get burned once in a while. He's about as hot as you can get right now. They continue to pitch to him, and he continues to make them pay. Nice double off the wall here.
At the plate, Neil Walker. And he fouls this one off. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one. High and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field, giving him an even 150 as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Well, his first home run of the season is a memorable one. As we take a look at it here, you can see that it was 50-50 if it was going to stay fair. But somehow he wills it just enough until, clink, it hits off the foul pole for a homer.
Stepping in now, Jay Bruce. Line toward right center. And this is hauled in on the run as he takes quite a tumble but hangs on, and the inning is over. Another look at the acrobatic play out there in center. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Eduardo Nunez will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 12, Eduardo Nunez.
And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. he takes a called strike one. There's a foul ball off to the right side, and that'll move the count to 1-2. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So with that, the Mets have a runner aboard to get the inning underway. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Ahmed Rosario. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Nunez aboard here at first with nobody out. Little chopper back to the mound. To second for one. Return throw is in time, and what do you know, they do get the double play.
The batter, number 24, second baseman, Robinson Cano.
Ready once again, Robinson Cano. He was a ground out victim last time up. Here's the first pitch to him.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Wheeler sets his sights. 2-2 pitch on its way. Hit softly on the ground at third. Right to him. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nothing doing for the Metropolitans. They're down 5-1. Brad Brock will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Number 29.
Stepping in, Phil Gosselin. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Big swing and a miss at the changeup. A ball and a strike. Liner in there for a base hit.
Now batting, the pitcher, Zach Wheeler.
Throw over to first, and the runner back. At the plate now, Zach Wheeler, and he pops up the bunt attempt. And Ramos looks up to put this one away for the first out.
The third baseman, number 2, Gene Segura.
And that'll bring up Gene Segura. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. First offering on its way. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Here comes Cespedes into a slide as he makes a great basket catch. And he thought better of taking that risk there as he retreats back to first safely.
Great play right there, and I love the way he played it. Sometimes when you slide for a ball, you give your eyes a little better angle to look up at it, and you kind of get your whole body under it. He's clearly practiced that a lot and made it look really easy.
Before the first pitch, a check at first. Runner back standing. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. And a dive, but he's back. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Grounder down the line at third. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball.
The pitcher got the result he was looking for. Change up down in the zone. Gets him to hit it on the ground. But obviously the result wasn't what he wanted.
Now a look and a throw back to second. And a dive, but he's back in there. Here's Bryce Harper now. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Harper behind with an 0-2 count now.
You could bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
And a double steal try here. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. So striding in, Jeff McNeil. He'll be the first to the plate for the Mets in their half of the 6th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
He started this guy backwards. Couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. So here's Pete Alonso. 0-for-2 on his line thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. We're in the 6th inning now of a 5-1 ball game. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
To the plate now, Michael Conforto. As he rips it on the ground to second. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1-for-2 now.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes. Aggressive style. First pitch. Base hit up the middle.
J.D. Davis the next at bat. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's 1-for-2 in this one. And he misses again. 2-0.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning. Because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the hump.
And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he's in safely to third. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Looked like the outfielder might have thought that was just going to be a long flyout. I know I did too, but it carries farther than anybody thought and all the way off the wall. And by the time he realizes it, it's too late, and he's got a clutch RBI triple.
So now to the plate, Wilson Ramos. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Wheeler pauses. Here it is on 1-0. Ground ball right side. And that is into right field, a base hit. Notch one in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate.
Hey, there's a clean base hit right there, D-Row, to drive that runner in from third base.
Yeah, he was telling the boys, get it ready right here. I'm going to walk home on this one. That was easy to read through the hole, and he was able to take his time scoring from third.
So here's Yoenis Cespedes. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out all ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in, and he's able to drive that for a nice single.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Ramos on second. Cespedes at first. 2 out in the inning. Line drive snagged on a short hop. He'll go the short way to Walker at second for the force, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. 7th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 5 and the Mets 3. Edwin Diaz is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. New inning set to get underway. So coming to the plate, Rhys Hoskins. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues, middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Into the box now, JT Realmuto. On a line, that's a base hit. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
Boy, D-Row, when you're starting to swing it like this team is, doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys, too. When you come in facing guys out of the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it. He's throwing strikes, and they're jumping all over.
Now the double steal is on here. Looking up is Cespedes. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 3-run shot to right center field. His second home run of the game as they open it up to 8-3.
Yeah, coming into this game, this guy was the least of their worries. I mean, come on. He's in the bottom half of the lineup. Not a threat, right? Wrong. This is the second homer of the game. Pretty soon, he's going to start chirping at the skip to move him up a couple spots.
Number 38.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter.
The left fielder, number 9.
Into the box, Jay Bruce. Hit sharply on the ground. And that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now.
Hey, some guys look out there, Dan. They don't care. They can't execute the ball the other way. It's not that easy. They're going to hit it as hard as they can, right into the shift, and let the chips fall where they may.
You know, it's hard, D-Row, when you've come up all the way through high school, little league, college ball, and the minor leagues, and you're used to pulling the ball. That's the type of hitter you are. Some of these hitters are going to have to try to make some changes with these exaggerated shifts.
On to first to complete the double play.
Now back, the pitcher, Zach Wheeler.
So base is empty now after the double play. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Zach Wheeler. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. pulls this one into the air out into right field. Conforto is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but the Phillies use the long ball here, and they get 3 on this 3-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's the Phillies 8 and the Mets 3. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Ahmed Rosario. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. And it's 1-2.
That counts 1-2.
Grounded down the third baseline. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Adam Hazley is into the ball game now as he'll take over out in left field.
now playing left field, number 40, Adam Hazley. Now pitching for Philadelphia.
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. Here's Robbie Cano now, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
To second for one, on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
They played the matchup there, and it worked out perfectly. Ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Mets go down quickly. Can't make any headway into an 8-3 deficit. Dylan Betances will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Leading off for the Phillies, the third base.
Gene Segura standing in. A couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, has him looking silly here. It's 0-2. Line towards center field. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. So the Phillies get a man on to start out the inning.
Hey, Dan, this guy's having a monster series on the road. Were you aware of the home road splits?
I think every player is, and sometimes this is a matter of being either comfortable on the mound or comfortable in a batter's box in some visiting ballparks, and some guys, quite frankly, like it better on the road than they do at home.
Stepping in now, Roman Quinn. A bullet to first base. Tries to dance back to the bag to double off the runner, but not in time.
Now batting, the right fielder.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Has a look, now the pitch. Loud contact there, but it's well foul. Comes set, and the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. And there's ball 2 now. Ground ball foul down the left side. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
The good news for pitchers in this park is that it doesn't give up many home runs. A lot of room in the outfield. Sometimes that's the bad news as well, though, because there's a lot of space for hits to get down and to go for extra bases just like that.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
A 1-0 delivery. Hit hard to third. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
So digging in now, JT Realmuto. Previous history against Dellin Betances. Decent numbers. He's 6 for 15. Hit down the third baseline. And this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. And the second run will score as well.
Yeah, Matt, credit to this offense. They've been swinging the sticks well all game long, and it just continues here with a 2 RBI hit. Some days the hitting gods are simply just smiling down on you.
Standing in now, Neil Walker. And he'll swing and send a chopper to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Blake Parker is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. He's set. Here it comes. In there for strike 1, 0-1. As mentioned early in the broadcast, this series finale had the potential to result in a series sweep, and at this point in the game, it's looking rather promising.
Hey, Matty V, Yogi Berra had a great saying, it ain't over till it's over. Well, this one's just about over with the team playing as well as they are and leading by as much as they are. This one is pretty much in the books.
Digging in once again, Michael Conforto. Mano-a-mano with Blake Parker. He's gone 2 for 6. No balls and a strike to count. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
At the plate now, J.D. Davis. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. Count is 1-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. The 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Quinn is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. They'll need to do better than that. It's 10-3. Digging in, Adam Hazley. He'll start things off in the top of the ninth as they look for a little insurance. Here comes the first pitch.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Phil.
Striding in, Phil Gosselin. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. From the stretch. Swung on and missed for the first strike. Swing and a liner. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. Kyle Garlick will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 72, Kyle Garlick.
Now time called at the plate as he'll step out and try and start it again. A ball and no strikes. Gosselin, base runner at first with 1 out. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. Boy, sure taking his sweet time down there at the plate. He'll step out yet again. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Wow, that's the case right there where a pitcher knows this guy's up there and he's in swing mode. That pitch wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he still swung at it.
In now, Gene Segura. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Up next for Philadelphia, the center fielder,
Paul Sewald enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Now pitching for the New York Mets.
Into the box now, Roman Quinn. Shot toward right center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Boy, this is a big inning, Bruin. How about back-to-back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking the donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows are taken right now. Major traffic. You got to stay within yourself, not try and do too much and get a pitch in your zone.
Ready with the 0-1. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Cespedes going back at the track. The wall. Gone. It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. Second home run early in the year as they just continue to pour it on here.
Yeah, and you've got to feel really sorry for the pitcher. He was up against the ropes, bases loaded, with a power hitter at the plate. The best thing you could do in that situation is to try to keep him from making hard contact. Well, so much for that. He obviously made a mistake, and the big slugger made him pay.
At the plate, Rhys Hoskins. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy.
Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. But they'll still manage to get the out on the force, and with that fine play, the inning comes to an end. So they score 4 times on 4 hits, no errors, and no one left. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. Phillies lead this one 14-3. Nick Pivetta will come on to take over on the mound now, and he'll hit in the 3rd spot in the lineup as a part of the double switch. Kyle Garlick stays in the game after pinch hitting, and he'll be patrolling right field. Now at the plate, Wilson Ramos for his career in this matchup. He's 0 for 4. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Pivetta, a Canadian native. He was a 4th-round selection back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Nope, that's a ball.
That misses, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
A shot down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Now here it comes. Down the first baseline. Hoskins grabs it cleanly, and he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Now batting, center fielder,
Yoenis Cespedes striding in next. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
First pitch on its way. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind, 0-2. Grounded to 3rd. Throw on to 1st, and the Mets are down to their final out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Brandon Nimmo will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. A ball and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. Got him, and that'll do it as the Phillies go on the road and sweep their division rivals in this 3-game series.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
14-3 is the final score in this one. Philadelphia put up a 15-run attack on the scoreboard today. Zach Wheeler earns his first win of the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Well, the Phils meet the Mets and sweep the Mets, taking all 3 games, especially this matinee here with Zach Wheeler coming into his former city, his former team, and really taking control and gets the win. 6 innings pitched, lining up 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 8 strikeouts on the day. Jacob deGrom takes the loss, letting up 10 hits. Earned runs 5, but Phillies just absolutely destroy the Mets. 14-3. It was more like the Eagles beating the Jets. Looks like a football score. However, Neil Walker is the story. I guess I'm kind of a happy manager myself. I decided to start him today. He actually played second base today, not first. That's his base position is first base. The utility player, Neil Walker, 3 for 5 with 2 multiple home runs. The first one, I believe, was a 2-run homer, and then, of course, the 3-run homer. Wow, just an awesome performance by Neil Walker, filling in, I might add, for Scott Kingery. Neil Walker, 3 for 5, 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in, a double on the day, also scored 3 times. Bryce Harper with the grand slam, almost forgot about that. Had the grand slam, 4 ribbies, a double, scored twice himself, 3 for 6 on the day. JT Realmuto, 3 for 4 with a double, 2 runs batted in, and scored 3 times himself. And of course, Gene Segura, 4 for 6. The Phillies are just lighting up Jacob deGrom and pretty much the entire Mets pitching staff today, as the Phillies take this 3rd and final game of the series with a series sweep of the New York Mets. And I got to say, on a personal note, it's always good to beat the Mets, especially in their home stadium. Neil Walker, what a performance. I decided to keep him on the roster as a sort of like a backup player, spot starter, and boy, he had the spot start of all spot starts today, filling in for Scott Kingery at second base. Phil Gosselin also did great, filling in for Didi Gregorius at shortstop. Everybody really chipped in on the offensive front, on the defensive front. A couple shaky hits there and defensive lapses there by the Phils throughout, but nothing that really kept them from really dominating offensively, as the score would suggest. 14 runs on 23 hits. You can imagine if the amount of runs scored is the amount of hits that were accomplished. Obviously, that score would be a lot more grandiose, so to speak. So 14 runs, 23 hits, no errors and none left. The Mets 3 runs on 9 hits and no errors and none left. So that is, and it was not an April Fool's for the Phils. It was a good first day of April for the Fightin' Phils as we exit out of here. And yes, Neil Walker, wow. 3 for 5, 2 home runs, a 2-run home run, a 3-run home run. Wow. Plus he had an RBI. Wow. He just was absolutely incredible. Yes, I scored some stuff. I honestly don't even know what to do with all this stuff. I know there's people out there who collect these things and find value in it. I don't. So there you go. The month of April starts off with a huge win, as the Phillies take it 14-3, and there is no rest for the weary as they will head down the New Jersey Turnpike, head down I-95, if you will, as the Phillies open up their 2020 homestand. Their home opener, I should say, will be tomorrow. It says 3:05 on the calendar here, but it'll basically be when I get home from work. We'll throw that game on and get that going. Open up a series with the Brew Crew. Jake Arrieta gets the nod for the home opener, as the ace of the staff, Aaron Nola, got the start in Game 2 of this series, and really, I was really looking forward to Zach Wheeler really coming back and getting that win. 13 strikeouts total in his 2 appearances. The ERA still up there. again, letting up those 3 runs, and of course, in his last outing against the Miami Marlins, letting up runs there didn't help. But looking to get our number 2 starter down to a more manageable earned run average. 10 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts in total. So he came in against his former team and kind of showed him what was up. He's going to be with the Phillies for quite a while, signing a multi-year deal, and he definitely earned his stripes today. Of course, Neil Walker, the player of the game, I can't say enough about him. Phillies are looking good so far that I've seen, that I've played so far. Anybody can come off the bench and contribute. From Bryce, actually from a starter to a bench guy, from Bryce Harper to Kyle Garlick, from Didi Gregorius to Philly Phil, as I like to call him, Phil Gosselin, to Neil Walker. Anybody can contribute at any time. Again, I'm looking, as we want to head over to the injuries again. I want to see if I can get Andrew McCutchen off that injured reserve list. I definitely want to see about getting him in. Obviously, the knee inflammation. As you know, he had a season-ending knee injury in 2019. Kept him out for all season, and he wasn't really ready to go in 2020. So gave him a few extra days, 2 weeks, if you will. So if it comes to fruition and he comes off the injured list this weekend, you might see him Saturday or possibly even Sunday in the home opener series against the Milwaukee Brewers. So as we kind of advance to the next day, we are on April 1st, turning the calendar over tomorrow, April 2nd, the home opener with the Phillies and the Milwaukee Brewers. Can't say enough about this guy. 3 for 5, 3 runs scored, 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in, a double. Just an absolute awesome performance by Neil Walker. Just goes to show you, anybody on this team can be a huge contributor, and it's what makes baseball fun. We're going to do around the majors. I'm sure that the update fellow on the other side here will have plenty to say about the offensive explosion, about the Fightin' Phils, and also take you around the majors with the scores of the day. So that'll be it for now. I'll be back with a closing comment or two, and right now we are going to go to the weekend, to the daily update from around Major League Baseball.
Welcome to Inside the Show. Baseball is back in April. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday. Starting off in the National League East, Neil Walker dominated at the dish with 2 long balls and 6 RBIs, leading the Fightin' Phils over the Mets 14-3. The Nats put together 10 total hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 6-2. The Padres totaled 11 hits as they pulverized the Braves 10-0. The Pittsburgh Pirates broke up their 5-game losing skid as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 8-5. The St. Louis Cardinals combined to give up just 5 hits as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 5-3. The San Francisco Giants racked up 11 hits as a team as they got a road win against Arizona 5-2. The Colorado Rockies pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 1-0. The Yankees sent 3 balls into the seats as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 10-6. The Cincinnati Reds earned the 3-game series sweep as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 3-0. The Boston Red Sox completed a 3-game series sweep as they beat the O's in Baltimore 7-2. They now have 5 straight wins. The Indians took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 6-3. The Kansas City Royals got 11 hits overall as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 6-2. The Oakland Athletics combined for 10 hits as a team as they got the home victory against the Astros 5-3. The Minnesota Twins launched 3 home runs as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 8-6. The win was their 5th straight as a team. The Angels racked up 11 hits as a team as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 7-3. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long.
All right, thank you, Justin Allegri. I couldn't remember his name, so now I'll have to know from now on. Justin Allegri with the call of the results from around Major League Baseball. Obviously, mentioning Neil Walker and his 2-home run performance. So I can't gush enough about that guy. I'm glad that I chose to keep him on the roster, and I'm sure it won't be the last time that we hear of the contributions of Neil Walker. I love our bench. I think that the bench in and of itself is a huge plus to an already, I'm not going to say star-studded starting 9, but or starting 8, I should say, not counting the pitcher. But quality players, quality starters, a quality bench. There's depth in all aspects of the team. So I'm going to play this thing out, like I said, during this quarantine, during this coronavirus pandemic. And I really want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank Brother Mark for tuning in, chatting along with me there. Certainly do appreciate that. You definitely got to check out his retro pro wrestling content over on Gotmark76. Some great stuff with WCW from 1990, so you definitely want to check that out. Definitely want to check out our Facebook page, the Wrestling Network. So just random thoughts going through my mind right now. And again, looking to move on in the season. We are going home to Citizens Bank Park to start a weekend home opening series with those Milwaukee Brewers, the Brew Crew. Freddie Peralta coming in. He will be the starter for Game 1 against Jake the Snake, who had an awesome performance in his last outing, looking to do it again. And as we look at the calendar, so Jake gets the start tomorrow. Saturday will be Zach Eflin, who is looking to avenge his loss. Definitely want to get back into the swing of things. And, of course, Double V, Vince Velasquez, taking the hill on Sunday. What an outing he had just the other night, as a matter of fact, against those Mets. And looking to move in. And, of course, Toronto coming in for a quick 2-game series there for Monday and Tuesday, just looking on later into next week. But really cool to be coming home to Citizens Bank Park, the bank as I like to call it. And there's your matchup. So we're going to leave you now. Final score from Citi Field: the Philadelphia Phillies 14 and the New York Mets 3. Definitely want to thank you guys for tuning in. Glad you love baseball just as much as I do. Of course, the show is pretty much all we have right now. And thank the dear Lord for small miracles and games like this that we can play to sort of keep baseball going. And really glad once again that you guys, wherever you are, whoever you are that tunes into these games, appreciate it. I intend on bringing them to you each and every day that there is a game scheduled. So until then, we'll see you tomorrow for Game 1 of the home series, the home opener, Milwaukee Brewers against our Philadelphia Phillies. So for all of us here, which is me, Bilskie, Bill Knight, we will see you tomorrow here on the Bilskie channel.